type in here in the chat. And since it's blank, we're going to go into going to find our source that we have for our chat. And I have mine labeled as YouTube chat browser source. So I'm going to right click, go to properties. And since it's blank, we're going to go, so I'm going to find and what we're going to want to do is set up a custom doc, which I already have set up. But what you're going to want to do is go up to View, Docs, Custom Browser Docs. And as you can see, I already have one set up, so you're just going to give it a name. And then you're going to Control V to paste it and hit Apply. So what that's going to do is that's going to then populate that right here, just like you see mine. Since I already had it set up, it didn't go and populate it. It was already there. Now what we need to do is take this and bring it over here into our chat area. So we're going to find our source that we have for our chat, and I have mine labeled as YouTube chat browser source. So I'm going to right click, going to bring this chat in. What you're going to want to do is click on the three dots. You're going to go to pop out chat. You're going to take this link up here. And then you're going to Control paste it, and hit in the browser. How's it going, everyone? John here. Welcome to Custom Docs, to be able to bring in your YouTube chat since it's not really integrated. But that's fine if you want to look at your chat here, or if you want here in the browser. Back to OBS. What I'm gonna do is go up to View, One Setup. So you're just going to give it a name, and then you're going to Control V to paste it, and hit Apply. So what that's going to do is that's going to then populate that right here, just like you see mine. Since I already had it set up, it didn't go and populate it. It was a chat area, browser source. So I'm going to right click, go to Properties, and since it's blank, we're going to go and do Control. So I'm going to type in here in the chat. I'm just going to say hit OK, and there we go. Control V, hit OK, and there we go. So I'm going to type in here in the chat. I'm just going to say hi. And then there it is right there. So every time you have to stream, you have to go and set this up. So that's the only downside to it. So it's easy to set up. It's just tedious to have to constantly do it over and over and over again, because the stream chat and everything changes every time you start a new stream. So that is the only downside to it, but that is at least your workaround for it. And obviously you can still go through the other stuff I've mentioned in my other video about the chat box, where you can go and resize it and everything like that. So definitely go ahead and take a look at that video if you guys need any help with that. But I wanted to at least show you guys how to do the custom doc for the chat, especially for those of us who stream over on YouTube, because this is like the only way I've been able to figure out a workaround for it. But if you guys know a workaround that works better, let me know in the comment section below. I'll give it a try, and if it works a lot easier and a lot better, I have no problem sharing it with everybody else and even using it for my own self. But anyways, if you guys are new to the channel and you're wanting to learn about the tech side of streaming, be sure to go ahead and subscribe, click the bell icon, make sure you like this video, and I'll see you guys either on a live stream here over on YouTube or in the next video. So thank you so much for watching, and take care.
To celebrate the exciting launch of Windows 11, Luke and I are challenging each other to ditch Windows altogether and replace our Windows PCs with Linux for a month. And if either of us caves, they have to dye their hair in red, green, blue, and yellow quadrants permanently. Easy, you might say. But I'm not talking about our work machines that are basically just used for word processing and web browsing. I'm talking about our personal rigs, the ones we both use on a daily basis, primarily for gaming. Has Linux gotten to the point where it's user-friendly enough that any tech nerd can pick it up and run? Is game compatibility going to be an instant deal breaker? Will any of my other applications even run? Who would sponsor this madness? Instantly see your current and past network activity, detect malware, and block badly behaving apps on your PC or Android device with Glasswire. Use offer code Linus and get 25% off Glasswire at the link down below. Embarrassingly, I have never actually made an earnest attempt to daily guide Linux, and one of the reasons for that is the utterly paralyzing number of choices you have to make before you even get started. Now, I could just call on industry contacts or even use internal resources to make these decisions for me. But the point of this challenge is that Luke and I should be using the exact same resources that anyone else would have. And with that in mind, right out of the gate, I would forgive the average gamer for making it as far as Google hit #1 for best Linux distro for gaming and failing on the entire deal. I mean, nothing against the author of this article. I did pick up some really useful information, but it is full of jargon that a non-Linux enthusiast couldn't possibly be expected to know, not to mention seemingly conflicting information. How is it that Ubuntu can be simultaneously easy to use and beginner-friendly and a hassle to set up? Another big one is that customization gets billed as this major selling point for Linux. And fair enough if that's your thing, but speaking on behalf of normies, I don't want a dozen novel ways to do the same thing. I want one fast, easy one. I mean, it's horrible when Microsoft scatters system settings all over the place. I think we all agree on that. And so we should all agree that it's horrible when anybody else does it. I mean, I'm the kind of person who doesn't even rename my video game characters because it makes it a nightmare to look anything up if I get stuck. And there are a ton of other red flags. Let's move on to hit number 2 here, this time from TechRadar. Supports several controllers should not be a selling point for a gaming-focused product. It seems to imply that most of my stuff won't work. And included games are not the reason that anyone chooses an operating system. How are these articles so out of touch? Furthermore, the messaging around what makes an individual distro stand out compared to the other ones gets really muddy in some places. Like the way that these articles are often laid out, it sounds like if I choose the one with support for hybrid graphics, I'm going to be giving up kernel level.
balik ke. Tapi mantap. Nek nyetir ra oleh nggak?
June kalah ya Mbak Yujong ya. Yujong recall loh.
Neng GG.
Dulu tuh. Entek iki.
Ult is not ready. An ally has slain the turtle. An enemy has been slain. Unstable net, well played. Initiate retreat.
Sudah
Oh,
harus
it's not
ngewangi.
ready.
Bisa aku.
Wes ora diclear. Clearan sih.
Oh enak nyetir.
Enak ngincer musuh apa? Apa
Luan
jalan jangan jarang apa be jatuh kayak gini.
Lu. Mati dia. Mati dah.
Your team destroyed an ally has been
Ya itu turret, aku makan awak anjing ya. Stripku loh bangsa. Loh, Yusong dari tower bro. Kesalahan Yusong ke tower. Bro,
Our turret has been destroyed.
enaknya jago.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh enak.
Duit tas-tas barang ya, Rin.
Yo, tuh kapal ada. Ayo nih.
Ayo kita slow.
Tidak.
Ult is not ready.
Aku pengen bensin kok.
Kan. Aku lowo.
Attack.
Lu kabur lu ya. Lu ya kabur.
Free.
Lu aku mau bensin no. Nyasar rutiku tuh.
Kita aku anjir. Kita mang delek yang ngenteni aku ya.
Menunggu kehadiran.
Our turret has been destroyed.
Seru numpak mobil. Aku.
Kon. Kejauh
Magine apa lo?
Launch attack.
Dari.
Oh, apa?
An ally has been slain. Initiate retreat.
Murah.
Our turret has been destroyed.
Buka kurangnya.